Hi everybody, I'm back with another video. This one is called So Cool, and it is a layout about going paintballing for my son's 10th birthday. He got a paintball gun, so we took him up to the mountains to shoot stuff with it, basically. Anyway, the paper line that I'm using in here is mostly going to be the Awesome line by Simple Stories. The paper that I'm matting these photos to, though, is something I don't, you know what that grunge one was that Tim Holtz came out with for Ideology a few years ago. The red paper in the background is Kaiser Craft, and I made a mistake when I ordered that. I thought that I was ordering a paper pad that had similar wood grain papers in it, and I was not. When I got this order from Joann's, I have 20 sheets of this red paper. I'm not exactly sure why they even sell it that way, to be honest, because I don't know who would use 20 sheets of the same paper. But anyway, I have an abundance of this paper now. So now I am moving on to outlining the stars and the so cool words in black Sharpie, just because I kind of like doing that a lot. I find on stickers and things that I like the outlined look better. So I'm putting that in there. So now I'm just finishing up some of the outlining. I went around the photos and other papers as well. And then at this point, I kind of decide that I think that the solid red background is a little too much. So I pulled out a more neutral color, and then I'm going to take the red and use it as just a layer instead. Not that I mean, I probably should have used the whole sheet because apparently I'm going to be using that paper for a very long time. But I didn't, I cut it down. So um, I'm going to end up cutting it down a little bit more and then inking the edges. Pretty sure that I used the not vintage photo, but the what's the other walnut stain distress ink from Tim Holtz. And not only did I distress or did I put the ink on the red paper, but I did put it around the green and the cardstock as well. I just did that off camera. I'm also working on a smaller embellishment area down there in the left-hand corner, so I was cutting some papers for that, and I'm also going to get out some brown wood-grained washi tape, and I'm going to put that down there at the bottom. You know what? I was wrong. It was not walnut stain. It was black soot that I used to outline or to put the ink on to the pages. Now I'm just cutting off that extra, stuff that was hanging over the edge, and I'm going to glue down the red paper, and I'm also going to get that washi tape out again, thinking maybe I'll do a strip of it on the side of the red paper. Decide I don't like that, so I pull it up, and then I am going to take a piece of it and put it to the left of those stars, and I actually like it a lot better there. Now I have the majority of the layout glued down, so I am moving on to doing a little bit more embellishing, putting another piece of that washi tape down there on the right, and I have some die cuts that, or I'm sorry, chipboard that I'm going to use. One I think says something about, oh, he went that way. Right now I'm getting out some number rub-ons because I want to put the number 10 on there since it's his 10th birthday. I wanted it to be on the layout somewhere. I decided to put it just right over the top of the photo of him. I don't know who those rub-ons are by because they're actually really old and I've had them for a long time. I got them as a kit, and I have a bunch of rub-ons that came in that kit. I need to try using them up. So I put a chipboard word at the bottom that says super, and that's actually really fitting because my son, we always call him Super B as a nickname, so he actually has quite a few nicknames, but that's probably his favorite, so that's the one that went on the layout, and I'm using a date stamp to put the date. And this one's actually really kind of neat. I've had it for a really long time, so it doesn't have any additional phrases, but it does go back to I think 2002 or something. So it's a good one to keep on hand for any older photos. I took out some wood veneer stars, and I thought that I wanted to ink them with red. Once I put them on the layout, though, I realized that I don't really like the red, so I end up, I believe, coloring over the top of them all with a Sharpie to make them black. Now I'm just putting down some of the embellishments. I put a chipboard hand there to the left that says he went that way, and I did use another wood veneer arrow that's on the right side of the page by the So Cool, and now I'm playing with those red stars, putting them around and deciding where I want them to go, and then like I said, I do end up changing the color of those to black with a marker. Now I decided to sort of do my own embellishment. I like using stamps a lot, and so I'm going to use these round circular stamps to stamp right above the cluster that's down there to the left to sort of mimic those circles with the stars that are going down the left side of the page. So I don't remember who these circle stamps are by. I could probably looked it up. The stamp is actually by Fisker. And you know what I would say about those is they're neat because they do the circles and you can just do different layers, but they don't, like when you put them on a block, then they're not a true circle anymore. Like sometimes they get a little bit wonky, but they worked perfect for trying to, you know, resemble those circles on the left. Right now I'm just masking off the areas that I don't want to get any ink, and then I'm just going ahead and stamping. I'm going to use a star stamp in the center of those circles as well, but I am not positive who that stamp set's from, and I don't have any of the packaging. I want to say that it's Inkadinkado, and I think everybody had these stamps, so it's a good chance once you see it you'll know exactly who it was. With this star stamp, I end up not using an acrylic block because of the super beneath it that was on chipboard. If I had used the block, then I would not have gotten an even image at all, so I didn't use one. Now I'm playing with the stars again. I think I'm gluing them down. Like I said before though, I will change the color of them. I'm also going to take I believe a brown marker and a black marker and outline the stamp that I just stamped to try to make them stand out a little bit more from the background. That's going to do it for this layout. I've attached photos at the end, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day.